So, we're now 2 movies into the Marvel Cinematic Universe's Phase 2. So how's it looking? Well, you're sure to have a few chuckles at least. Let's take a look at Thor: The Dark World.
After all this time, now you come to visit me, brother. Why? To mock?
I need your help. But I wish I could trust you.
If you did, you'd be the fool I always took you for.
Some believe that before the universe, there was nothing. They're wrong. There was darkness, and it has survived.
What's gonna happen?
I gave you my word. I would return for you.
You face an enemy, known only to a few.
Known only to one.
You must be truly desperate to come to me for help.
If we do nothing, they will destroy us.
You even think about betraying him.
And I'll kill you. That was from New York.
I like her.
Thor, your bravery will not ease your pain. Your family, your world will be extinguished.
We're running out of time.
The very fabric of reality can be torn apart.
I'll find a way to save us all.
All yours.
Anyone else?
Thor: The Dark World was directed by Alan Taylor, a name you might recognise if, like me, you're a fan of the Game of Thrones TV show, as he directed 6 episodes from the first 2 series. It seems that Marvel made the right choice here, as Taylor clearly gets the best out of not only his actors, but even more so his locations, with the scenes set in London giving you a good feel of the city, and Taylor gets in the iconic landmarks without them feeling intrusive, except for one, but that's used in a clever way. The Dark World is just that, a barren landscape with no life, only well-crafted, ancient-looking vehicles, making it clear that this is a landscape well past its time, long dead. And Asgard is shot to ensure that all of its majesty is fully conveyed. The cinematography and lighting help with the locations too. London isn't bright or vibrant, you don't hear much hustle and bustle, it's always very dark looking, with lots of grey. This is the case to contrast it with Asgard. This is also the case to make it feel uneventful, the perfect place for the oncoming doom. And, in the Dark World, the characters are the only bright things in sight. Again, contrasting with Asgard. Every frame of Asgard is like a painting, something you could stare at for hours, ensuring that your eyes are locked on the screen at all times. The set design also makes it feel extremely elaborate. You completely buy that this is an entire civilization, with a lot of equipment, a lot of history, a lot of expectations. And the costumes help provide the more personal aspect of Asgardian culture. And they always tie in nicely to the Norse mythology. The Dark Elves costumes do this for their species as well. Asgard truly feels like a real world being shown to you, a world, thanks to the great production, that could very well be heaven. Final thing I have to mention here is the special effects. CGI vortexes, ships and creatures look fantastic, obviously being designed by masters of their craft. It's just excellent world building, and it helps bridge the sci-fi and fantasy elements. Turning to the influences of the script, the film is well paced, with each scene moving to the next in a coherent manner. There aren't many dull moments. There's a clear structure in place, with every significant plot point being set up earlier in one way or another. The film tackles a few tones, but, like Iron Man 3, I wouldn't call it tonally inconsistent. It's just that, again, like Iron Man 3, the jokes get a bit overwhelming at times. Although, this isn't as severe a problem as it was there. and there are loads of laugh-out-loud moments. These are created through visuals and through writing, the latter being very clever at most points, even though I did note a few times when the dialogue clunked a bit. The plot doesn't feel too fresh, and it does lose itself in dumb science towards the end, but it works well for Thor and Loki, and it does have a clear climax, rising action and falling action, so I'll take it. Except for the ever so slightly egregious scene with Hemsy taking his shirt off. I saw Rush like 2 weeks ago, guys. I get it, he's a handsome man. Hemsworth does tell in another great performance as Thor, managing to be very hilarious at some points and very threatening at others, with great comedic timing and a good exploitation of the fish out of water element of the character. And Tom Hiddleston is magnificent as well. He's also able to vary his presence on screen, and like in the first Thor and the Avengers, it works wonders. Natalie Portman sells her role as Jane Foster. She has good chemistry with Hemsworth, but she's sort of pushed to the side in the middle of the movie, just standing in as a walking carrier for the ether. It's only in the beginning and the end does she feel truly significant. Christopher Eccleston plays Malekith, and while he is predictably awesome, the true Eccleston presence isn't really felt, as he's covered with a load of elf makeup, and the character isn't really built up enough to be that memorable. I mean, we don't ever get anything like this.
We have your associate. You will obey or she will be exterminated.
No.
Explain yourself.
I said no.
What is the meaning of this negative?
It means no.
But she will be destroyed.
No! Because this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna rescue her. I'm gonna save Rose Tyler from the middle of the Dalek fleet, and then I'm gonna save the Earth, and then, just to finish off, I'm gonna wipe every last stinking Dalek out of the sky!
But you have no weapons, no defenses, no plan.
Yeah. And doesn't that scare you to death? Rose?
Yes, Doctor?
I'm coming to get you.
The more minor characters, such as Odin and Heimdall, played by Anthony Hopkins and Idris Elba respectively, are brought to life by their actors, and as such have become some of the most memorable characters in the Thor universe. The jokes written for Kat Dennings and friends are much wittier and cleverer than in the first film, so it makes the characters much more tolerable, even if they don't really bring anything new to the table. When looking at the characters themselves, Thor and Jane aren't quite as strong without their actors. I would have liked to see more of Jane's reaction to Thor's absence, apart from, well, a slap in the face. Although Thor does have enough charm to him to carry the movie. Plus, his relationship with Loki is still taken in clever directions, as is the character of Loki himself. And as, after the Avengers, I'm left longing for more. And we're given an ending that, well, is just bloody awesome. The editing is further testament of the work put into the visual aspects of the film. No scene is jarring, apart from the specific egregious one I mentioned earlier, and the dark elements of the film still manage to hit home, despite the humour surrounding them. The score in each scene is perfectly suited, with bombast never drowning out the quieter moments, and Asgard is still provided with sublime melodies. In conclusion, whilst Thor: The Dark World is an extremely well put together movie, with great performances and a brilliant writing of the dynamic between and continuing character arcs of Thor and Loki, some missed opportunities with the characters and the plot sort of getting carried away with itself at points stop it from being truly great. It's far from being the best addition to the MCU, but I'd probably put it on par with Iron Man 3. It's got some problems, but it's a solid blockbuster. I award Thor: The Dark World 3 stars out of 4. I'm Crigeek, and I will see you folks next time.
About betraying him.
And I'll kill you. That was from New York.
I like her.
Thor, your bravery will not ease your pain. Your family, your world will be extinguished.
We're running out of time.
The very fabric of reality will be torn apart.
I'll find a way to save us all.
All yours.
Anyone else?
Hello everyone, me again, unscripted this time. As will probably be obvious to you, I'm just trying to start up this channel, and I would really appreciate it if you like this review and you've got to this point, right at the end here, that you click subscribe, click like, click favourite, share it with your friends, all of that good stuff. And then there's also a donation link in the description to PayPal, because if you really like this review, then you can donate. I'm not pressuring you to. So I can spend more money on film tickets so I can see more movies and then more reviews for you. All of it will strictly go to seeing movies so I can get, again, more content out for you guys. So if you like it, please help me build up my channel. I'd really appreciate it. Crigeek, signing off once again.